Hello, welcome to a book up session. Alright, so this book review is going to be More Than Him by Jay Mclean. It's the third book in the More Than series. I already did reviews for the first two books, and if you have not read book two, then I'm just going to warn you guys that this is going to contain some spoilers, because in this series, book two and book three are kind of interlocked. And so I can't mention this book without kind of spoiling that one. So if you have not read this book, then maybe skip on to the next one or go back to the previous one, read that one first, and that way I'm not ruining anything for you guys. For those of you guys who have read it, then first of all, I just want to ask if you enjoyed the cliffhanger as much as I did. It's the perfect spot where it really does make you feel like you have to read the next one. I absolutely loved it. I don't think I've read a book that I thought ended with the cliffhanger better than that one. So, moving on to this book is going to start with Logan coming back. So he went away, like you guys know from the last book, and he ended up going with Doctors Without Borders. And he comes back. When he does, I think he has this idea that maybe him and Amanda could be friends, but nothing really more than that. And instead, what this book really ends up being is the two of them figuring out how to get past the night of his birthday when they were beaten together. So you're going to learn what Logan has gone through, what Amanda has gone through, and then them kind of help each other through it. One of the most incredible things is seeing how everyone around them was affected as well. Because the truth is that Amanda's brother, Ethan, was incredibly affected by what happened to her. How do you see that happen to your twin sister? Stop her from being raped and it not completely terrify you to ever let her out of your sight again. So the way that it impacts him, the way that it impacts Alan, Logan's father, and there's this adorable part where Amanda and Alan have actually been getting together every week and a half to have meals together. And I love that they remained family even though Logan kind of checked out on them. Alan being the father and the doctor really making him put his health as a top priority. But anyways, so this book itself is going to be about those guys getting through this and then also working through it with the people around them, their family, their friends, and figuring out what steps they need to make healthy for themselves to move on. Because the truth is that having each other doesn't fix everything. It's not an immediate band-aid for everything that's happened to them before, so now they really have to work it out. This book ends up being almost like a documentary of them repairing themselves, and really that's what it is, because they have to work on themselves. They can't work on each other. So even though they do try to be there for each other and help each other, they have to actually get there themselves as well. And it's an incredible story, guys. Because you guys have read the last book, I can mention that Logan will continue his relationship with Megan, and you will find out about that. They're gonna have that conversation, maybe not right away, but it will happen. One of the things that I absolutely appreciated that Jay did is that she makes Ethan a really big portion of this book. And I say that because there's this part where Ethan is talking to Logan, and he tells Logan that he thinks that he was seeing Amanda's pain from what she went through, the beating and everything like that. And he wasn't really paying attention to all the pain she was going through from missing Logan. And this book specifically drew out a lot of my anger because I felt so angry that Logan had left. And then when Logan came back and Amanda almost was excited about the fact that he was back, or felt joy about the fact that he was back, I was like, why on earth when he left you? It took me a while to realize that, the truth is that the fact that she got beat up wasn't his fault. And the fact that he left was probably self-preservation, because he didn't know how to handle the fact that this had happened to someone he loved because of somebody who should have loved him. So anyways, it's an incredible story. If you guys like the last book, you'll absolutely enjoy this book. If you want to talk about it, email me. Like I said, please don't put it in the comments and spoil it for everybody else. But you guys can absolutely put recommendations or comments, anything like that, down below. And then if you want my videos every week, subscribe. I am going to add Cam and Lucy's story next. Absolutely adorable. And then we'll finish up with Dylan and Riley. So thank you guys for joining me.